Welcome back to the channel, master number 22. So we're going to do the months from January to June, end of June. Okay, first card, the World. So this is the overall energy that is going to be carrying through the year, or up until the summer months, that is. And the World card, so ending of cycles, beginning of the new. Beautiful card, beautiful energy. Let's see what else is coming through with it. I don't know if that translates over, but the screen just flash white light. Oh, white light, lovely. Okay, so let's take a look at January. Queen of Pentacles, first card coming out, amazing card. Abundant mindset, time to manifest. It's also having an attitude of gratitude, feeling lovely and connected with nature as well, going out on them lovely winter walks, because it is in most countries are in winter at the moment, but if you're one of the countries that are in summer, then going out for a nice summer walk, but just enjoying nature. I'm also getting as well that a sense of freedom, so feeling lighter. So the month of January, maybe it could be just after Christmas, having to be plans and family, or just the holiday season, feeling lighter after the holiday season. But I do feel there's more to it. Let's get some more information through for you. Master number 22. We're getting yellow again. Yes. Knight of Pentacles. Really beautiful. Beautiful energy. So the yellow is connected to the solar plexus, which is our sense of identity, and the I can. So seeing that you can achieve what you want to achieve. Also, with the Knight of Pentacles is the bringing forward of stability as well. So I feel if you are somebody who's in a romantic relationship, you may be getting, your partner may be wanting to move things forward, or you do, and you find that the time's right to move things to another level, or just to have some serious conversations about the future. So things rooted in longevity and in the future. But to get these two cards out together is just really good. But it's also the Pentacles energy, so it's connecting through with your place in health and wealth as well. And for some of you, it will be connecting with the body, so taking on some new form of exercise. We're getting all these three cards coming through all at once for you, which is group. We've got a grouping happening. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, so we're moving into February now. So we're seeing some anxiety regarding finances is being shifted. You have the Nine of Pentacles, so more Pentacle energy coming through for you. It is Pentacles generally, it can be to do with wealth, but I feel this is to do with longevity, more to do with building stability in either a relationship or a business, or maybe even both, but definitely building of stability. And there's been something in the past that has made you feel a little bit anxious about this. Maybe you had some programming or some past experiences that was teaching you, that made you fearful, or think, I can't have that long-term relationship, or I can't build a steady business, or I can't find a steady job, or that kind of thing. But you're seeing through that now. You're seeing the truth. You've got the Magician coming out here, no longer feeling anxious about moving forward. Or if you do get anxious, which is natural whenever we're doing anything new in life, especially, or something that means a lot, it's natural to get some anxiety through. But seeing with the magician here, just finding your way through, and this real strong sense of self as well is coming through. The solar plexus is looking lovely and healthy anyway, it really is. So yes, so with the magician energy, and also I feel with the Queen of Pentacles as well coming through, this attitude of gratitude that you have. I feel with the magician, you're finding ways, in some circumstances, you're finding ways to improvise to get what you want. So maybe changing how you think something's going to turn out and finding another way to do it, and just recognizing that everything doesn't have to be a linear path, or everything doesn't have to happen in the exact steps that you may have envisioned. That sometimes having a little bit of a switch and a change can actually be more beneficial in helping you bring things forward. And in terms of relationships, I feel maybe having a little bit of sacrifice or a little bit of shifting, and a mentality, a way of seeing or thinking how things should be, and changing that a little bit just to help move things along, a shift in perspective as well. Because I do feel it is, for you, Master number 22, there's such an emphasis on stability, on bringing in stability in the outside world in terms of things like homes, jobs, and in terms of relationships as well. I'm seeing this, wanting this long-term stability, or even within yourself, be your own independence, just finding a way so that you can be very independent and you don't have to rely on anybody else, and bringing this stability in. But it is all about stability and connecting with your sense of self in a positive way, so that you can move and get things done. And again, as I said, any anxieties that naturally come up, they're not going to hold you back. These anxieties, they're not going to get in your way. Master number 22. Okay, this energy is quite strong and a really positive, beautiful energy. So thank you for sharing it with me. It's a really nice energy, and it's coming out together again. Cards are clumping and coming out together. Right, okay, so you have the Tethered One, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Wands. So we're seeing now moving into March. So we're looking at this start of the spring months coming through now. There's a beautiful time, but we're seeing there's more of an emphasis on introspection. So I feel you may want to take a little step back, maybe again do some grounding, go in nature, redirection as well. I am seeing with the Three of Wands a little bit of a redirection. I feel that's why that came up in the last cards, and that came through, that message came through, because there's a bit of an emphasis on redirection, redirecting, switching things a little bit, adjusting your plans a little bit to make them work. But nothing major. There's no big upheaval or anything like that. It is just changing the Tethered One, changing your perspectives a little bit as well. And I feel what is coming through as well is that there may be things that you thought you really wanted, but you're finding out this year that you don't actually really want them. So you're getting more, connecting more with what it is you really truly want deep down. Because we can do that. We can think we want something and then realize that we don't really want that. That's an outdated want that we thought we wanted, but we've changed, and that's not really who we are any longer. So that these changes and these evolving times can happen. It can make you something you feel you've wanted for so long, but then all of a sudden you're like, no, I don't actually want that. So again, it's readjusted, because when that happens, it creates space for something else, for something new to come in, and making them adjustments. Master number 20. So we're having April now for Master number 22. Oh wow. I love this. I love this. Look at these cards. I'll pop them up on the screen for you. But The Three of Swords is about heartache, and I'm not saying I love this, that you've been through heartache. That's not what I'm talking about. And when I say I love this, is that you've got the devil coming out here with this. So, and the words on this card, I'll read them out to you. The devil in this deck is really good. You're not enough. I can't. Why even try? I have to. Fear of change. And don't deserve to be heard. I'm worthless. No one cares. So there's all these fear-based programmings coming through, and also the heart center, the heartbreak of the heart center. This is past, right? This is something from the past that is coming up. I don't, just let me get a clarifier, but I don't feel this is something that's going to be happening in April. I feel it's just coming up to be seen in April. I feel the devil energy is when our strings are being pulled by either external sources or our own internal dialogue, and it's something that's not for our highest good. So all these statements on this card, this devil card, they're not for for your highest good, master number 22. And I think you're seeing where you've been carrying these thought patterns due to her maybe childhood, what happens in childhood or through past relationships, where it's gave you a distorted version of self or faulty programming, and you're seeing deeper into the subconscious programming that is not working for you. And the world card, I can see why with this reading, with this reading I can see why you have the world card with the cards that's coming out. So when I was asking to clarify on this energy, justice, because you are either going to feel justice has been served, or you're going to not need justice. A lot of the time we carry anger around with us, or we carry these energies around with us, or this programming around with us, and sometimes it's because we don't feel like justice has been served. But I feel with all the energy that's happening with you, master number 22, this specific thing is coming up for you to realise holding on to this is not serving me. It's like that. I don't know whether Einstein said it, but apparently, according to a meme on Facebook, he did do. Drinking poison is like hang on. Hating somebody is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. I don't think Einstein said it, but I've seen it somewhere on a meme. But it's very true. It's very true. But the reason we feel angry about stuff is generally because we feel justice hasn't been served. So as I say, I feel it's letting go and going, I don't need to focus on whether justice has been served for them or not, whether they're getting on with their lives, whether they're happy, whether they acknowledge what they put me through. I don't need that now, because I'm ready to release it. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to really get into mending my heart center, mending the hurt and pain, the hurt that it caused me. And I know that I can't do that until I decide to just trust that whatever they did is within them, and they will be dealt with accordingly into their own path, okay? And trust spirit in how things work out, okay? And with the justice card coming through here, there's definitely a letting go. For some of you, this could be a long-term relationship from something from years ago, but it's so buried so deep, and then boom, you just come up and you realise you're still holding on to some. It could just be resentment, it could be anger, but it's letting go of the string pulling, so your emotions aren't being pulled by past experiences, and releasing it and letting it go. Yeah, that is such a beautiful. Do you know what else I'm picking up as well from this card is heart mind coherence, pushing through my heart, connecting the mind and the heart together, and it's self-love and self-care that's going to do it for you. And when your focus is directing on the other person and not on your own self-love and self-care, then that's where your energy is going, and then it's hard then. But when you direct it to your own self, your own love, self-love, self-compassion, self-care, fixing yourself, recognizing where these thought patterns are playing out, not necessarily these specific statements, but negative thought patterns are playing out, and fixing them, going in and finding there's so many different healing modalities out there to help with that, finding a way through that. Okay, master number 22, that was quite powerful energy coming through there. So that was in April. So April is going to be a time for profound inner change for you. Yeah, the Queen of Cups is your next card, and the Emperor, as we're moving into May. And again, right, this Queen is mad. This card has come out because this Queen of Cups, I'll pop it up on the screen for you to look at. So this Queen of Cups in particular, so she's got the cup out and it's raining, but she's filling a cup with the rain, and we can look at that through the lens of gaining wisdom through what we've been through in the past. So again, it's not about bypassing and putting a positive spin on, and it doesn't relinquish the fact that people can be hurtful and cause pain, right? It's not taking away from that, but what it is doing is it's seeing where, because what's happened has already happened. It's gone. You're here now in the present, and it's seeing where you can take what's happened in the past and you can alchemize it and you can turn it into something positive. And wisdom and emotional intelligence is one thing that you gain through life experiences, unpleasant life experiences as well as positive. You gain wisdom from that. So again, there's a big shift in the way you are perceiving something that happened in the past. It could be something that's happening right now, if you're in a situation now that's going to work itself out over the next 6 months or so, and you know it could work then. But I feel for a lot of you, this is something from the past that is coming up. The Emperor, standing your ground, taking control, and having that fire back in your belly, and that fire energy, them more, what's the word I'm looking for? Them more energies being put towards your own life rather than putting it towards another person. Taking control of you, taking control. And that's what you're doing when you start to use past experiences and you turn that rain into filling your cup. And when you do that, you are taking control of your inner world and your outer world as well, because it will affect how you see the world and it'll affect how others see you as well. So you are taking control of your inner and outer worlds by shifting. A big shift's coming. Okay, so we want to look at June. Let's see what's happening after these. This is really beautiful energy. It really is. 9 of Swords and Queen of Swords. Yeah. Again, first card that come through was the 9 of Swords. I call this card the anxiety card, right? The 9 of Swords, but you've got it with the Queen of Swords. The Queen is the intelligence. The Queen is firm but fair. It's the double-sided sword. You know, the Queen can cut somebody down, or to use the sword to cut somebody down, or they can use the sword to set somebody free, to untether. And remember, whenever you untether from another person, you're freeing yourself from them. And if they have been not a very great person towards you and they haven't done any changes and they're still the same, then when you untether from them, if you use the sword to untether, you're freeing yourself from being connected to their shitty energy. So that's another bonus towards letting things go and grace and things, you know. But we can see with the Queen coming out here and all the other cards that are coming out in March, April, May and June, there's such an emphasis on letting go of something that has been quite difficult emotionally and mentally, and it's a massive, massive shift. It's going to create so much space for you, Master number 22, to really to put other things in there, things that aren't draining, things that don't give you negative thought patterns about self or others, and something that's just lighter in energy altogether. That should have been the end of the reading, but I felt called to pull another couple of cards. So we've got the Eight of Swords, and then we've got the Knight of Cups. Being free from it. I feel you might have a perception shift in how you see relationships, romantic relationships as well. And we've got the orange here. For some of you, it might be being ready. If you were somebody who's been single because of past relationships, or just because you wanted some time to yourself to do something at work, a shift in your romantic ideals. So that brings the tarot reading to a close. I will now do the pick a card section. So if you would like to think of a question, I will lay either 3 or 4 cards. It depends how many I feel called to pull. And you can choose one you feel drawn to. I felt drawn to 5 cards, which is interesting in itself. 5 is the number for change. The answer on card 1 is a no. The answer on card 2 is a yes. The answer on card 3 is also a yes. The answer on card 4 is also a yes. And the answer on card 5 is also a yes. We've got 4 yeses and 1 no. Okay. That brings the reading to a full close now. Thank you very much for being here. I wish you all the best for 2025 and beyond. Take care of yourself. Master number 22. Until the next reading. Bye bye.